Check this out. Here's the beginning of the supercell storm that blew into Quincy tonight and wreaked havoc. Look at that clear line of the storm rolling in. We are seeing trees down, power outages, and gas leaks throughout our viewing area. Well, a freak intense thunderstorm with winds of up to 70 miles per hour rips through Adams County this evening.
Yeah, certainly hope everybody out there is safe. Damage is so widespread that Quincy Mayor Kyle Moore declared a state of emergency for the city. Let's get right into some of that damage that we saw tonight. Right now, you're looking at a shot taken from 5th and Main in Quincy across from Washington Park. A top-story balcony fell straight down to the sidewalk, but residents living in the building say nobody was hurt.
The driver of this Target semi was taken to the hospital with minor injuries after his truck tipped in those straight-line winds near Taylor, Missouri. The Missouri Highway Patrol says the driver was pulled off the side of the road waiting out the storm when the trailer tipped. Traffic was backed up for some time while troopers cleaned up the scene. Strong winds crushed this traffic light at 33rd and Broadway in Quincy. It was still blinking red, though. Lights at 30th and Broadway were 33rd and Broadway were flashing right in front of the Quincy Mall, creating a backlog of traffic between 36th and 30th Streets.
And traffic was slow near South 12th Street and State as yet another tree blocked traffic. Sidewalks also were uprooted, as you can see right there. Residents were helping to route traffic as those power lines are also down near the road. Now we go to downtown Quincy. This is between Hampshire and Main Street near between 5th and 6th, where bricks fell from this building into an alley. Those bricks fell in front of a restaurant, as you can see right there, and those winds really just caused that whole wall to collapse.
Meanwhile, the American Red Cross is opening a storm shelter for victims, and currently generators are being set up at a shelter at the Quincy Senior Center at 639 York Street in Quincy. Volunteers are staffing the shelter, and residents displaced by the storm are encouraged to come to the shelter for a safe place to stay. We are seeing damage all across the city of Quincy. Yeah,
that includes power lines, trees, gas lines, wires down. We start our team coverage tonight with KHQA's Jack Pluta live outside a home on South 4th and State in Quincy. Jack, quite a scene. What do you see?
Yeah, Ross, Raj, I've driven around Quincy all night, and by far this is the worst damage that I saw. We're at 513 South 4th Street, and as you can see, an enormous tree has fallen on this house, all but destroying the front end and even the back end. Now we're standing this far back because there's a big bee's nest on there, and I, for one, don't want to get stung, but we'll play that video of what I saw this afternoon. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, and nobody was even home at this time when this tree fell down. A homeowner says that she was at work, and that's when she got the call, totally distraught when she laid eyes on her house, what used to be her house. She was most worried about the cats that were in her house. She said she had a few cats. She was even trying to break the window to allow some air, as they thought they saw smoke and maybe even a little bit of fire in that house, maybe to try to call to those cats, try to get them out. She was also upset, like many people were around town, with the reaction time from police. She had called, or neighbors had called, about 45 minutes before, and not a fire truck, not a police car showed up, but you could bet because they were just jammed with some of those calls. And I had a chance to talk with many residents in Quincy today who say that this is something that they've never seen before.
And to see all this is bananas, man. We was all up in the studio listening to music, getting ready to go. And boom, bow, it got dark. Now look at it. It was ridiculous and fast. Trees started coming into on Main Street. Things were falling. The trash can behind us fell.
Sorry, now a bee just flew by me, so I had to run out of the way. If you are the homeowner of this house, we do believe just a couple of minutes ago we did see your cats running by, so you might want to come and check that out. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio. Reporting live in downtown Quincy, I'm Jack Pluta, KHQA News.
Well, now we want to show you, this is Ameren, Illinois' outage map throughout west central Illinois. Current outage numbers as of about 10 minutes ago. Adams County hit incredibly hard there, as you see on the left side of your screen. About 21,000 outages in Adams alone. Cass out east had 265. Morgan County also hit hard, 4,100 roughly. Pike County, Illinois, about 2,500, and Scott County, almost 600. Have you seen any estimates of how long it will take to clean up some of this damage, or just how many areas that crews are working in tonight?
We know that there's over 21,000 connections without power tonight, and Ameren is still assessing the extent of the damage, so they don't really have an estimated time of when the power will be turned back on.
Sure, and you know, one of the most important questions is, anybody hurt tonight? Any reports of injuries you've heard?
I don't have any information of that at this time.